turns into misty. Porridge and apples, minced muffins and muttons, jam, junket and jumbles, not a wrap, not a button. It matters the moment they're out of a plate, though shared by Miss Butcher and sour Mr. Bait, tiny and cheerful, as neat as can be. Whatever Misty is, turns into Misty.
Very nice, right?
Yeah.
It's very rhyming, right? Unless you read, you won't know the rhyme, the beauty of the rhyme. Poetry is something that you really need to totally appreciate.
Turn.
Misty, not turns. What is turns?
You three,
Turns. Turns.
Turns. Turns. Sound like you want.
You want,
Yeah, sound like you want.
turns. Not ooh, so
Yeah.
If
It's a
you
one.
three,
You want.
You want.
you want
Ooh,
is you.
ooh is
I know you want is you.
No, ooh, pull, pull, pull,
Ooh.
not turn.
You want
Is what you want. Okay. Get it, Get it. Good. Then next one is muffins.
Muffin you want.
Mutton.
Mutton you want.
Okay. Junket.
Junket you want.
Jumbles.
Jumble. Jumble. Still you want.
Now you see,
Yeah.
how do you make poetry? So the poet, what he did was, he collected all the ones and put them together. So they become very
It's
melodious.
like
Melodious. Means muffins and muttons, jam, junket, jumbles. So all the goes together.
Correct.
Right? Next one we go. Out is a double one, so no, out is not. Butcher you have done.
Button.
Sour is out.
Button. There's one button.
Button. Don't
Okay.
ask me why not button.
Button still you want.
You want button you want. Okay. Now the last one is turns. We have already done turns.
Sour.
Sour, no, double. Those are all double.
Oh, that's double.
They are known as multiple phonograms.
Out.
Huh?
Out.
OU.
Out is OU as well.
Now we got another 25 minutes for the grammar. Today's grammar. Doctor will be coming
Late.
late.
Yeah.
So we will carry on. Never mind. Whoever comes wins. Punctuation. Seldom we let punctuation. Because sometimes they say put a comma here, put a comma. Put where? Put for what?
Yeah.
What
Why
punctuation
must
you want to put full stop? Why must we put?
When we pause.
Because I myself am confused. Before when I was small, I was taught, when you put the word and, a conjunction, no need to put comma. Now got comma and then got starting with and again.
So when can we use an and after a comma?
That's what we are going to study. Okay? Now, the comma denotes a short pause in a sentence. It has many functions. Number one, A, you read.
To separate a list of things or a series of actions.
No, A only. Then you read she piled,
She piled cakes,
comma,
biscuits,
comma,
sandwiches,
comma,
candies.
no
there's
comma, and
And
sweets on the tray.
tray.
So she did not put after candy. Though candies.
Because there's an end.
That's what I said. That's what I was taught. Suddenly I see people say no.
Well, when if there's an end, cannot be comma before.
Cannot be comma. That's why. Right. Next one. Read. I
signed my name, folded the letter, put it into the envelope, and
Seal it.
That means separate list of things or a series of
Kind of
actions.
contents. Yeah.
List of things means I sign my name, folded the letter, list of things. Series of action, cakes, biscuits, sandwiches. Or in the first place, these can be things, cakes, biscuits, sandwiches. Actions, sign my name, folded the letter, put it in the envelope, sealed it. So they put a comma except when they say and sealed it. And sealed it don't have a comma. Okay? To mark off participle phrases, these are big phrases. Having finished a work, participle always starts with having, knowing, like that.
Okay.
Having finished her work, she got ready to go home. One phrase, participle with a participle, then follow with the next phrase. In the middle, you put a comma. Having finished her work, she got ready to go home. Now you see three participle phrases. You read the next one.
The man, not knowing the horse tempers.
Horses.
Horses tempers.
Not tempers. Horses.
Horses temper.
Tempers.
Temper.
Temper.
Jerk.
And the rings.
So there were three separate actions, and the not knowing is a participle phrase. So the man, not knowing the horse's temper, jerked at the reins. So three separated by two commas. That we must put the comma.
The comma after the man is very
Yeah,
important.
exactly.
Yeah.
Even after the horse's temper is very important. Because the man is doing the action, you know. After the
But
horse's
what if
temper, the
it's actually
horse is
without
not doing the
comma?
action. Then the horse is
The
horse
man
jerked
not
the reins.
knowing the horse's temper jerk at the reins.
Yeah. So who jerked horses jerk the reins or the man jerk the reins? So that also can come into confusion.
Yeah.
Now, to separate nouns in apposition. Apposition means opposite.
Opposite.
Opposites. Mr. Howard, our personal manager, those are nouns in apposition. Apposition, sorry, not opposite.
Not opposite.
Apposition.
It's a
Together
position.
is opposition.
It's position, right? Not
Position,
opposite.
not opposite. We'll interview you.
Just now the B,
Ah.
participial phrases are referring to having, knowing, or
Yes, all those. So whenever you start with that, after saying that, you must put a comma.
mean anything with ing.
Yes.
And when those words with the ing are they turned into become a noun, or like having, knowing, are they considered as noun or?
No, they're not. They are continuous tenses, phrases with continuous tense. Having, knowing, all these are continuous. That means it's going to continue. You see? Having finished her work, what is going to continue? She got ready to go home. See? Okay. Now, we go to the apposition. Our new science master, that is the first one. Mr. Watson, that's the second one. They are in apposition, will arrive on Monday. So also there you find two commas separating the three areas. Then we go to separate clauses from the main statement. If you are hungry, eat the piece of cake on the table. Although it was raining quite heavily, many spectators came to watch the match. So the main separate clauses from the main statement. Check the main statement. If you are hungry, that's the main statement. Clause, eat the piece of cake on the table. The main statement is not eat the piece of cake. Then although it was raining quite heavily, main statement.
Yeah.
Many spectators came to watch the match. So you separate, only one comma is needed. Then E, to introduce or conclude direct speech and to mark off the name of the person addressed. Mrs. White said, Sally, comma, please set the table for dinner. So then you have to use the comma. Mrs. White said, also comma, open brackets, open quotation marks. Then Sally, comma, please set the table for dinner, full stop, close quotation marks. Then, if you are interested, Agnes, you may come along. He said. So the word he said last.
Interested.
Agnes, you may come along. He said.
He said.
Then F. To mark off words and phrases like however, indeed, without doubt. However, indeed, without doubt. So,
do we really need to use comma? What if we say, this is indeed a good news?
You changed the sentence already.
But is it
No,
is it correct?
Yeah.
This indeed
This is
a good
indeed
news.
a good news.
It's correct.
By itself. So you don't need a comma there. Okay.
This indeed is news.
But here you use the word is. This indeed is news to me cannot. You must use a comma. This one subject. Indeed, his opinion is news to me. Back to the main subject. So you there is without doubt. So if you want to take away the comma, there is without doubt. Still cannot, I find it wrong. There is without doubt a good chance of recovery for him. But if you ask me to write a sentence, I will write there is without doubt.
Without comma there.
Without comma there. Why? I am not so familiar. I am not so
There is
what do you call that, crunchy
doubt.
about these
a
things.
good chance of
Why
recovery.
we change
for
it?
him.
Without doubt, this is a good chance of recovery.
Oh yes, without doubt, comma.
Yeah.
You cannot without comma.
Yeah,
You still
without doubt,
put comma.
and then comma.
Without doubt, comma. There is a good chance of recovery. What say you? Can
Yeah, I think can.
Can.
But there will not be any comma after that is
Yes,
anymore.
after that's
Because
right.
there's a continuity.
Yes,
There is good chance, but without a.
yes.
There is good chance of recovery. For
Recovery.
him.
To mark off non-defining clauses, Jennifer, whom you met last week, is inviting you to her party. Jennifer, whom you met last week, is inviting you to her party. Non-defining clauses.
To knock off interdependent clauses.
To mark off interdependent, that means they depend within the main clause. The longer she waited, the more nervous she felt. That any type of that kind of sentence, you must put a comma in the middle. The longer she breathed, the more air she took in. The longer she waited, the more nervous she felt. These are interdependent clauses. One cannot be taken away from the other. They are dependent on another.
Sure.
To separate awkward combination of words.
I went in answer
To his call. Because there's a double in. Sometimes you get double had, but that no need to put comma. Had.
Well, in answer to his call, that's unique. I
Very
will use
unique.
that. I would just say I went in to answer to his call. To answer his call, yeah. I would say that. I wouldn't want to say in answer.
No, but then I think you changed the meaning.
It's a
already.
bit different.
You changed the meaning already. Say again.
I said I went in to answer his call.
His call. No what?
I thought
Or we strip it. To answer his call, I went in. Then I think the meaning
No,
is still the
because
same.
here, in answer to his call,
I went to.
I went in.
oh okay, I know. This is actually someone invited you into the house. Okay, it's different.
I'm telling you, come in.
Yeah. I
Then
went
you are
in
telling somebody
in
else
answer to
tomorrow,
his call,
I
yeah.
went in answer to his call.
Yeah, correct.
So this is called the separate awkward combination of words.